Hello, welcome to my RTSL game versus Feng Lin. I will be playing as the USA, and well, let's see how it goes. Our head-to-head score so far has been 1-1, which means that whoever wins this game gains advantage in that regard. Not that it really matters, but always a nice thing to have. Mm, this is clearly a containment hand, so I will just go for it without further ado. Mm, to get full value of it, I think it may be reasonable to play captured Nazis for ops and hold nuclear test ban. However, well, if I need a 4-up, I guess I will just use NTB. I didn't uh, I didn't enter France because I have no reason to. I don't have socialists, I don't purge him, so leaving Italy at 2 or 3 influence is probably too risky to be reasonable. Okay, Europe is scored, that's not a problem at all. Let's just focus on other regions then. That means it is even more important for me to go for Korean War ASAP, because he may be holding Asia. Okay, independents are gone. Fortunately, they didn't do much damage to me. Alright. Do I go for Korean War right away, or do I wait? With the Pakistani war in hand, Pakistan should be one of my priorities, that's for sure. However, I'm not convinced if it's worth entering it now on DEFCON 4, while Korean War is still unresolved. I think I will go for it immediately. Wait, so if I lose, I probably just go for Korea and fight for it. If I win, I can fill Korea and, well, what, go to Malaysia anyway. I could also use that to go one Iraq to Pakistan and one Malaysia or something like that. But that really baits him into Korea, and I don't want that to happen. So I think I will just go for Korean War. Okay, that works. Let's grab it. And the question is, do I go for Malaysia? Do I go for Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq? I think Malaysia can wait. I really need to go out of Iran. Going to Pakistan seems reasonable since I have in the Pakistani war, but with containment in play, I would really like to play it for ops. However, I don't have mil-ops yet, so it may be a reasonable source of them. I could also go for Afghanistan. It's probably the safest option, but also it gives me the least value for my offer in terms of capturing a country. Or maybe I can risk Iran. Maybe I can just go to Malaysia. That's a tough one. I will go for Afghanistan, I think. I very rarely do that, but I think it's a reasonable play right here. Oh, he had Asia as well. Alright. Uh, Not an impressive hand so far for my opponent. I suppose now it's time to mess around in the Middle East a little bit more. Since it's the only unscored region. It's possible that I will be forced to coup Iraq this turn, and I wonder... Okay, never mind. I was about to say that it may be reasonable to do it early, because then there is a chance I will be able to kick him out of Middle East if I succeed. But it's no longer the case. So I guess I will grab Libya. It's kind of a must. And I can also enter Malaysia. It's important to grab access to Thailand sooner or later. Perhaps sooner. UN. Wait for influence. That's so weird. Whoa, that's such a weird play. Why did you do that? Wait, really? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. So, okay, so like he has a Middle East and 5-year plan and he really doesn't want to give me the China card? Is that what is happening? Or is he holding distal and waiting for the right moment? Or that's confusing. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Mm, all right. So let's play a little bit passively, I think. Kind of waiting for his moves. Panama is, of course, helpful to ensure that I stay alive in Central America and that I don't lose access to Colombia. And Afghanistan is cutting him off Pakistan, which is always a good thing to do if you can. Socialists, fair. Oh, he's fighting for Israel. Okay, that doesn't look like he has 5-year plan in the Middle East. If he had it, why would he fight for Israel so hard? That doesn't make sense. Um, And I could realign Israel at +1, but I don't even have a secondary target, so I guess I won't do that. I could just enter Pakistan overprotected and see what he does. And coup during my last AR. Man, that UN intervention play really puzzled me. Especially because he had Japan. Whoa. And he gives me the China card anyway. So he really wants to hold something, but I don't know what. So weird. Okay, let's go. Iraq probably. Fails. Okay. I think the factors are obligatory here. God damn it. Well, there were just too many good headlines he could have used. I pretty much had to do it. It could be a decal distal. It could be red scar, which would also be annoying. Nasser would be pretty annoying. Okay, I suppose he may just go for South Korea with in this case. They don't have any good cool targets anyway. So why wouldn't he? Yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to seriously consider realigning Israel. It's a +1 realignment and it has a secondary target of Cuba ready. I think it's reasonable. I guess I will use a free-up for that. Okay, that went well. Jesus. Okay. Wow. That was more than I hoped for, to be fair. Uh, yeah, luck is on my side. That is definitely true so far. It makes really hard for him to fight for Middle East domination, even if he succeeds in quitting Libya, which he will probably try. Well, and he doesn't even succeed in that, so that definitely doesn't help. I will just grab my meal ups. I suppose if he has Middle East, he will just drop it now. I suspect he doesn't have Nasser because he would probably headline him over CIA. Unless he really was sure I was going for defectors there. But Middle East looks like it's just going to get worse and worse for him. I can capture Israel before he does anything to fix his situation there. Of course, he doesn't have to have Middle East in his hands, so in that case, it doesn't really matter. Blockade on event. Okay. That's mildly annoying because I don't have a good discard to that. Comecon will have to do. Okay, Angola's for sure. The question is, do I go for Thailand and India, or do I go for Israel, or do I go for France? I like grabbing Israel here, I think. Well, but there's a good chance Middle East won't get even scarred. So maybe I don't want to go for Israel after all. No. I have to go to Angola, but for sure. I have to capture Thailand this turn, not necessarily this moment. But I can just as well do it immediately and just have it done. This way I am free, relatively free, to play Vietnam Revolts now, and that's always useful, especially because I will be playing it anyway this turn, unless I want to space it. So I have 8 ops left, just like 1 Zaire, 3 France, 1 Laos and 3 India, something like that. Unless he enters Jordan, then maybe I go for 3 Israel and just grab it. Truman. Greece. Oh, okay, he doesn't want to lose access, so he just skips turn. That's alright. Mm. Okay, and let's grab Zaire and Laos. Arab-Israeli war. He overprotects Koreas. Makes sense. I think I want to get Israel after all, because if he doesn't discard it with 5-year plan now, uh, with Israel I will be able to score Middle East for domination even if he headlines Nasser. So that's the value I get from it. Alright. Wow, his hand now though is pretty insane. East European unrest, Nasser, Decol, Distal, Suez Crisis, and Red Scare. That's pretty good. Not to say that he doesn't deserve that after how weak his first 2 turns were. This is the situation I talked about. So now, thanks to Israel, even if he headlines Nasser, which he has in his hand, I will be able to score my Middle East domination. So that's how it works. He purchased me, alright. Marshall redraw is good, CIA redraw is terrible. UN intervention is fine. And Deagle is annoying, but I have UN intervention, so it's not as annoying. Or I will just space it, because I need something to space anyway. If he coups now, I'm probably just going to use a 5-year plan, to be honest. Ow, that hurts. Yeah, because I don't know of duck and cover, and he probably doesn't have it. And he for sure has decal and distal, so my chances of hitting them are pretty good, and I am purged, so 5-year plan is worth 2 ups anyway. NORAD, alright. I will take NORAD. That's not that good, because I need to spend ups to fuel Canada. However, it may have been worse. Decal. Okay. He doesn't even try going for Angola. That's interesting. I'm afraid I am obliged to go for India. I really don't want to give him India. So I will spend Marshall immediately. And in the worst case scenario, I will just suffer for it later if I happen to need A4, which is a 3-up in my case anyway. And he goes for distal, sure. Okay. He goes for the greedy version, which is something I would do as well. So let's enter Mexico. Of course, the idea being that if he takes Mexico, I can enter Guatemala and perhaps force him to coup, and if he doesn't take Mexico, I can take Mexico myself. Of course, the ideal play would be to like enter Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia, or something like that, or even fight for Algeria, but unfortunately this time my ops are terrible. Jesus Christ, okay. I didn't even use the Warsaw Pact, I didn't suspect him of having NATO. I guess it was a mistake after all. Okay. Mm. Yes, is European unrest which he may try spacing, so I will go for the goal space attempt first, before doing anything in Mexico. Unfortunately that fails. And he doesn't go for space, he just fills South America. Sure. Let's put one into Canada. And see what he does with Suez Crisis. It wouldn't be very weird if he invented it. He doesn't. Okay. Makes sense. Here you go, sir, with your Warsaw Pact. And I guess I will go for Guatemala and Canada. Canada is basically a must here, and Guatemala is just a nice place to be in, while he put 2 points in Mexico. Okay. This is a terrible hand, and a Kennedy ready to rescue me. I could also go for defectors. So I'm either playing defectors and then playing Kennedy during the turn, or I'm playing Kennedy right away and discarding everything except an intervention, including defectors. Hmm. That's a tough choice. I think I will go for defectors. Just good enough. Fuck! Okay, that's really unlucky. It's also, of course, well, he took the chance and he got it. So, good job to my opponent, I guess. That really hurts. That really hurts. Alright. Yeah, let's grab Mexico. I mean, let's put one influence into Mexico and just discard everything now. Okay, that's better. So Junta will surely help in fighting for central domination or control, perhaps? Because domination is what I have right now, and I can try to make it even better. Hmm. The question is it worth trying to make it even better? Well, with Junta I probably should at least try. Okay, no, he's the rich one. Okay. And he goes for Africa. Mm, okay, let's just go for Cuba then. The point of this play is that if I went for Mexico and Cuba, he would have an easy time defending against my control by just grabbing Cuba. But when I go for Cuba like this, you can't really defend by grabbing Mexico because I have Guatemala and I can realign him out of there. With, I mean, I have a high chance of realigning him out of there. Okay, he goes Nazis. I will not use bear trap for its intended purpose then, because I really need a 3 of them. And purge is gone anyway, so my bear trap value wouldn't be as high. And I still haven't seen a single good blue 2-op. So, I mean, I have seen John Paul in my hand, but other than that, colonials grain sales, Nixon, puppets, our man in Tehran, voice, are all in the game, so I don't really want to play virtual that much. I mean, it's fine, but it's not my priority right now, I don't think so. I don't have Milops, that's another thing, so there's... So he probably doesn't even want to, like, cook Guatemala or something like that. Okay, he sets up Muslim ref value. I don't think I respond to that. I don't think I grab Iran. Leaves is already scored. If he wants to have fun with it, then he can have fun with it. I just grab the cooler America. Candy is such a good card. It's just so good to discard South America, which is like -10, and get Central America, which is +8. 18 points swing. I mean, not exactly 18 points swing in general, but you get the idea. Alright, so I will probably still be holding you an intervention, because it's not like I can do something better with it. Sure. I cannot force him to go to any non-battlegrounds. So... Hmm. I guess I want to go to Argentina with Junta to get at least access to that part of it, and well, Argentina is more defensible than any other battleground of stability too in South America because it has Paraguay and Uruguay next to it. So I guess I can at least hold there. Oh, this is such a wasted value. Maybe I do play the China card to hold Junta, and maybe I just play the China card to hold Junta and play it in the headline and to cool something. Because like going with Junta right now is such a waste, and I don't want to give up on going intervention. I guess I can just boost everything in Southeast Asia, and giving up the China card is not that bad since all the China cards are still in the deck. Puppets to space. Sure. Mm. Let's try realigning Algeria. Unfortunately, doesn't work. John Paul is really strong here. Since I have France, so attacking Eastern Europe opens up all the possibilities of control later in the game. And Warsaw Pact is gone. But he gave me the opportunity to go to Tunisia now. So that's the gamble, right? So I used my AR6 to play Latin American Dev Squad because I wanted to surprise him with John Paul in AR7. But now it means that I really can't play John Paul in AR7 because he entered Tunisia and I have only John Paul is my only 2-op, which is reasonable to cool Tunisia with, and they want to get Milops. So I guess that's, you can consider that a mistake on my part, but I really didn't expect him to allow me to cool Tunisia. That doesn't work. At least they got the Milops, I guess. Salt, colonials, socialists, arms race. Oh yes, Nixon. Okay. IMD is not an issue. Yeah, I guess this is just Punta. I won't come up with anything better. Socialists are good paired with UN intervention, and I can use salt to pick up something. I'm not really sure what yet. I guess I will figure it out during the turn. Colonials are, well, I would say they are more annoying for him than good for me. They're just a pain in the ass, but don't really grant me anything specific. I think I would have to use them for like Algeria, Saharan states, Nigeria, and Cameroon, and threaten realignment. That's probably the best thing I can do with them. I will go for Argentina, I think. That didn't work either. That's unfortunate again. At least it kind of forces him to react there. Wait, Formosa? That's very weak. Oh no, it's not weak, he's Brezhnev, so he's rich as fuck. Okay, never mind. I thought he's just going to put 2 influence into Argentina. That would be weird. Let's put some pressure on him in Africa and see how it resolves. Of course, it's possible that he just like plays a4 up to Algeria, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast, and well, that's all. That of course gives me the chance to overtake Nigeria with a3 up, but I have no forks to overprotect it immediately, and that means he will just take it back because he's definitely richer in ops than I am. Quagmire for influence, that's really interesting. Whoa, okay, so he lets me realign. I think I will take this opportunity. Okay, that's bad. So that didn't work, unlucky. Now he will just fix Nigeria with something, and I think that's a good time to pick up Purge with Soul. The only fear, the only doubt I have about this play is of course that I don't know where Miss Landy is. And that means that if I pick up the Purge, he may use Miss Landy to take it from me immediately. And it would be really terrible. It would be like, it would be tragic. It would be a tragedy. Do I have anything better to do though? Okay, let's start slowly by taking the China card. Let's see what he does. I think I really want to pick up the Purge. I think it's important for me. So I will just give him one more opportunity to drop Miss Landy if he has it. Whoa. That's interesting. He double overprotects both the Koreas. Okay. I think I will just use this opportunity to grab the Southeast Asian non-battlegrounds. And let's overprotect France. So unfortunately all my cards related to China are gone and Cultural Revolution is still not gone. So this gives him kind of an advantage when it comes to China. Okay. He drops Missile Envy, which means that now I can pick the Purge up. The DEFCON is at 4 and we both have 0 mill-ups, so I suspect he will do something, probably Vietnam or... Whoa, really? I think that's a mistake. Unfortunately, I don't get anything anyway. Oh yeah, of course I get the NORAD influence. Let's go for Laos. The fact that he played Quagmire for influence this turn is pretty good for me. That means that NORAD will survive a little bit more. I don't think that was necessarily a good play by him. However, I understand very well being greedy for Brezhnev value. So, well, maybe I would have done the same if I were him. But it's generally advisable to play Quagmire for event if your opponent has NORAD in play. ABM. Alright, I'm not going to do anything with that. Africa, but also nuclear subs and grain sales. This looks like grain sales headline, then nuclear subs for event, and then fun with purge for ops. It kind of looks like it. NATO is not in play, so playing special for ops is a must. My man in Tehran has not that many good cards to discard, especially after I drew Africa scoring. Grain sales is... Well, in theory, I could not... I could headline something else than grain sales. I could go for Purge, for example, because, first of all, there's not much he can do. And second of all, if I don't lower the headline phase, I get the NORAD proc. So maybe I just go for purge honestly, and then event nuclear subs and then have fun with grain sales. That's probably the right order. Of course, the advantage of playing the grain cells is that theoretically I could repair West Germany with it. But I would have to take out at least a free op, and it would have to be a playable one. So that's much to ask for. That's another region which he got away with. After dropping Asia to defectors, he broke Europe and scored it in headline phase, which of course was a good play by him, and unfortunately I didn't have a card to stop that unless I wanted to, unless I wanted to use Purge for that purpose, but I probably didn't. The question is, if he coups now and lowers the DEFCON, do I go for Argentina or Brazil, or do I go for Laos, or do I... What do I do? That's the question. Okay, that's just enough for him to get that. I could break Argentina and take it, and take Laos as well. But I think, well, Brush War becomes like unbearable at that point. Or, I mean, well, at least then he doesn't use it on Panama if he has it. I guess I can do that. Okay, that's annoying in the long run, but harmless right now. Let's even nuclear subs. It's very good for me that salt is gone, but he doesn't have salt. So now, and he doesn't, well, also he doesn't have how I learned, so now nuclear subs are really, really strong. Okay, that's whatever. Okay, give me something. Whoa, that's what you give me. Sure, I will just use it anyway. Ah, that's not a lot, that's not a lot. Of course, playing Alliance like that kind of hurts, but it's not like I have a choice in that regard. Okay, let's go for Nigeria. Come on! I really need some more good rolls. I can't just be unlucky all the time after the first two turns because I was super lucky during the first two turns. Well, it's not like my luck is terrible this game, but the rolls I'm getting lately are not that impressive. Okay, he goes for Nigeria. He overprotects it. Okay, I will try anyway. What is this? I'm kind of glad he gave me the China card. That kind of points to him having something like Voice of America in his hand. Yeah, not that I can do anything with that. The question is, do I coup Nigeria with my man in Tehran now, or and then score Africa, or do I score Africa now and then play Portuguese and coup Angola with it, and then play man in Tehran for event after the reshuffle? Unfortunately, I cannot Yeah. So unfortunately, I cannot make the reshuffle happen now because there are 7 cards left, and one my man in Tehran can only scroll 5 of them, so that doesn't help. I think I'll try scoring Africa now. Yeah, my rolls of 2 and 2 and 1 in Africa were really not cool. Okay, of course. Let's go. Voice of America doesn't cover brush war, Cuban Missile Crisis, and Arab-Israeli War. Is his hand? I mean, are the cards in his hand that I know of? I got some decent dopes, to say the least. Some of them are problematic though. Unfortunately, not all of them. And UN intervention comes in huge with the hand I have. The main worry, of course, is that if he has the brush war and he hits Argentina with it, there's little I can do to save it. But it's pretty inevitable. I don't see a way to stop that. So I guess I have no choice but to accept my fate and, well, maybe fight for it later with Norat. And now I can just go for Tehran. Lone Gunman. Okay. Nice to see you. That's useless. Well, okay, getting rid of Nasser is acceptable, but now Sadat is pretty much useless. Bear Trap, of course, stays here. Mutual Envy is pretty bad now, since Will Bury You and Muslim are already in my hand and Flower Power will be gone in a second. Lone Gunman is actually really annoying. Because now what he will do is he will play, he will coup something with Lone Gunman, he will coup Angola with Lone Gunman, and then immediately brush war Argentina. And if he wins, and he probably will win, then South America is screwed and I can't do anything with that, and Will Bury You is unplayable and he knows of everything. It's bad. I will get rid of Missile Envy as well, and I will probably get rid of Junta because it tends to be better for USSR. That's first of all, and second of all, if South America gets scored, there's only Central America left, and he can make use of Junta in Central America for way better expected value than I can, because it's he who has to flip that region. Too powerful hand. Well, yeah, it's pretty rich. However, Muslim is hard to play. Will Bury You is unplayable. South America's current is terrible, especially after that. That's so bad. That's just so bad. So yeah, that basically means I don't get to score anything in South America. I don't think I can do anything with that. Mm, what, what the fuck do you mean for now? my friend. I have no idea what he means by that, but sure. Um, Panama is obligatory. I can just do something like that, I guess. He has Cuban Missile Crisis for sure, so breaking Brazil with a 4-up will not guarantee me any success. The fact that he denied me NATO with this lone gunman was so bad for me. It's really not nice. It's kind of important to enter Botswana ASAP as well. Okay, here's spaces. That's whatever. Uh, I am not going to fight for South America. I don't have the tools to do it. I didn't get any. Except for ops, but ops are useless in this case. So I will just drop it for -8 and try getting advantage in Europe and, well, in all the other regions basically. Hopefully. It looks like I will have to play South African unrest or Muslim revolution for ops as well. That's really bad. Muslim Rev is quite painful because that gives up Libya. I don't know if I can afford to do it, so I'll probably play South African unrest for ops in that scenario. And I still need to get Milops. I guess I can try Queen Tunisia, and if I succeed and kick him out of there, then Muslim Revolution will become kind of playable, because I can play it for events, I mean let him resolve it, he will take ops out of Libya and Egypt, and I can enter Egypt immediately and then have access to Libya, and that way by queuing Tunisia with Camp David, I give myself a chance to interesting. I guess that, yeah, that's interesting, okay. I get myself Milops and I don't get anything else because I roll f3 again. Sure. So Muslim Revolution is still unplayable. I will have to play South African Unrest, which means that I have to overprotect Angola with full barrier before I do anything. Okay. He still has one card that I don't know of. It may as well be Middle East scoring. Okay, so let's go for Angola. Let's go for Angola once more. Let's go for Libya. and Egypt. Or maybe I don't care about Egypt that much. Let's go for West Germany. Okay. Breaking Japan. An interesting move, however, I'm not convinced that it's correct. I don't know why he does that. I just scoring, okay. So, that really didn't give him anything. I mean, that secured him 1 point for his free up. I don't think that was a good play. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. The thing is, he will just coup Angola during his first AR probably, and I really want to have some response to that, so let my response be Algerian alignments. That's an absolutely terrible hand. It has only 1 and 2 ops and half of them are unplayable. It has Purge and Defectors. And I think I have to go for Purge, my only source of ops. But I know he has Voice of America. So if I go for Purge, there's a good chance he will there is a good chance he will be forced to give me something good by this play. And I don't have many good cards myself, so I will gladly take anything he offers. Really? That's interesting. So he gives me a coup. Or an opportunity to play Ortega, but I think it's cool. Well, I hope so, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, I think going Africa is too important for now. Okay, that barely worked, but worked. Let's fix West Germany. Okay. Sure. I will be spacing Ortega for sure, so I can just do it now. I'm not expecting any brave plays of him, I mean any attempts to overthrow Nigeria, because he's under purge. So I will not bother overprotecting it right now. Of course, I am really weak. I have no ops to play, so basically if he tried to do it, if he was able to, he would probably succeed. But he doesn't know it, so I will use that knowledge gap to space first and be more flexible during I'm sorry, and be more flexible during the rest of my turn. Okay, unfortunately, as I didn't play the Pope for Ops, that doesn't for event, that doesn't give me anything. Let's try realigning South Africa and fail. He spaces himself, sure. Let's try it once more. And once more. And fail. Chair is gone, so I will have to... Well, okay. So I can freely enter no battlegrounds. Let's try it once more. Oh, it worked. And once more, and it worked again. So finally South Africa is mine. Okay, I get the voice. So finally the purge pays off. Alright. Let's do it this way. This way he is not able to fix either Middle... I mean, he's not able to fix Middle East and he's not able to fix Africa. Both of those regions are mine. And now I can go to Haiti and overproduct Nigeria. And get a point. Great. Really? Okay, I got both Africa and Middle East. To save Middle East, he would have to... Oh, okay, he can just have ABM and then he fixes whatever he wants to. I will go for African scoring in the headline. There are less cards that enable him to fix it. If he ABMs Nigeria or Angola, and well, then it's, well, he has to have exactly ABM and headline it and win a coup in Africa to overturn my domination there into his domination. And if he does that, then well, fuck me. But I hope he doesn't. In Middle East, it's more risky because he could have marine barracks bombing, and that basically disables my domination anyway. And that's a reasonable headline, so I suspect he may do it if he has it. And Africa is going to get worse anyway, because even if he doesn't headline anything that breaks African domination on my side, he's going to coup Africa anyway during his AR1. So getting rid of it is in my best interest, and that's kind of the point of using voice to take him out of Algeria. Whoa! Okay. So he disables NORAD, and I don't know, maybe he wanted to track me for deck and cover? Wait, but isn't deck and cover done? It's gone. That's weird. I don't understand that. He just gave up. Okay. Well, GG. Well, I don't think this game was. Oh, okay. So you just spaced her down, right? Because I mean, if you have turned down CIA and Cal, you probably play Cal doing AR1 after headlining something normal, and then you space tear down, and then you hold the CIA, right? Well, whatever. Continue to join RTSL. Oh. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you next